Welcome to our PBC exam practice question number 21. Today we'll discuss about a case scenario based on drug therapy problem. A 72-year-old female patient with a history of chronic kidney disease stage 3 and osteoarthritis present to the pharmacy with a complaints of worsening fatigue, nausea and intermittent headache over past 2 weeks. Her current medication includes lisinopril 10 mg once daily, acetaminophen 500 mg as needed. She is taking 2 to 3 times in a day. Ibuprofen 400 mg 3 times in a day for joint pain. Her lab result shows that serum creatinine level to 2 mg per deciliter increased from 1.5 mg per deciliter from past 2 months. Potassium level is 5.8 millimoles per liter and eGFR is 30 milliliter per minute per 1.73 meter square. So here is our question number 1. What is the most likely drug therapy problem contributing to patient symptoms and lab abnormalities? Our options are option A, overdose of acetaminophen, option B, adverse drug reaction of ibuprofen, option C, insufficient dose of lisinopril for CKD, option D, drug interaction between lisinopril and acetaminophen, and option E, untreated anemia related to CKD. So let's think about our answer. Here our correct answer is option B, adverse drug reaction of ibuprofen. So now let's discuss about our answer in detail. So as everybody knows that ibuprofen belongs to NSAIDs class, and use of NSAIDs in CKD patients can lead to acute kidney injury by reducing renal perfusion through inhibition of prostaglandins. It can also exacerbate hyperkalemia when combined with ACE inhibitors like lisinopril. Option A, it is overdose of acetaminophen. Generally, acetaminophen is safe in CKD patients and it is unlikely to cause the symptoms. Option C, insufficient dose of lisinopril. The current dose in this patient is appropriate. Increasing it may worsen renal function and hyperkalemia. Option D, drug interaction between lisinopril and acetaminophen. There is no such significant interaction exists between acetaminophen and lisinopril. And option E, untreated anemia. So CKD related anemia could cause fatigue but does not explain the acute kidney injury or hyperkalemia. Here is our question number 2. What is the most appropriate intervention for this drug therapy problem? Our options are option A, discontinue ibuprofen and replace it with acetaminophen as primary analgesic. Option B, reduce the dose of lisinopril to prevent further hyperkalemia. Option C, initiate sodium polystyrene sulfonate kyaxylate to treat hyperkalemia. Option D, continue ibuprofen and add a proton pump inhibitor to protect the stomach. And option E, refer the patient to immediate dialysis. Let's think about our answer. Here our correct answer is option A, discontinue ibuprofen and replace it with acetaminophen as primary analgesic. So now let's discuss about our answer in detail. Option A, discontinue ibuprofen. As you know that NSAIDs are contraindicated in CKD due to their nephrotoxic effect. So here, acetaminophen is a safer alternative for managing osteoarthritic pain. Option B, reduce the dose of lisinopril. Hyperkalemia is more likely due to ibuprofen exacerbating the effect of lisinopril. So stopping ibuprofen is the priority. Option C, sodium polystyrene sulfonate. Hyperkalemia treatment is appropriate if severe, but addressing the underlying cause, that is ibuprofen, and discontinuation of ibuprofen is the first step. Option D, continue ibuprofen. This will worsen the patient's condition. Option E, immediate dialysis is not warranted unless there is a severe hyperkalemia or life-threatening renal failure. So here is our follow-up question. Which of the following mechanisms explain why NSAIDs worsen renal function CKD? Our options are option A, blockage of renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, that is RAS. Option B, decreased renal prostaglandin production leading to reduced renal perfusion. Option C, increased sodium and water excretion. Option D, direct nephrotoxicity through oxidative stress. Option E, stimulation of sympathetic nervous system activity. Let's think about our answer. Here, our correct answer is option B, decreased renal prostaglandin production leading to reduced renal perfusion. Thank you for watching our video. If you found this information helpful, please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel for further updates. See you then. Bye.